So maybe we have a look at old Uniswap, because that should be dropping very soon.
So Veve have announced today that they're pushing back the launch of the mermicornos. Good thing or a bad thing, I'll let you guys decide, but personally I think it's a good look. They've pushed back the Uniswap launch and now they've pushed back the launch of the new NFTs. To be completely honest with you, I was surprised that they launched Nightwing with the issues that they were having. I'm surprised, extremely surprised, that they launched Ultraman with the issues they were having. And when I woke up the other morning and having an email about mermicorno, I was a little bit pissed knowing that my Omi still hadn't been converted, missing out on Nightwing not being able to load in, missing out on Ultraman, understanding that the app is in beta, but they're still, facilitating their cash flow by adding NFTs to the market, but the app isn't fully functional. They're still not spending any money on marketing, and I appreciate the fact that they're spending money on the app updates and new devs. So yeah, I think it's a good thing that they're holding back the NFTs and that they delayed Uniswap. What do you think, Hooded?
Yeah, definitely, because it's been hella frustrating. I agree with you. It's been an absolute nightmare. So yeah, let's hope they get it all sorted in the coming weeks, and let's get some more NFTs.
Yeah, or at least attempt to get some more NFTs. Obviously, the timings we've mentioned before is quite frustrating here in the UK because it's 3 p.m. and if you're a 9 to 5 worker and you working a job where you can't just hide away for an hour on your phone and try and get the newest launch, it can be quite frustrating. I've heard them speak in a few different videos that they're looking at changing the dates and times and stuff of the launch, so we'll see how that works out. Just quickly moving on then. We've got some angry tweets. This guy's hella salty about his converting Omi to gem. Obviously, when he first tried making that conversion, he would have probably have got a similar rate to what I would have. And now it's a much higher rate, which is great because Omi's on the pump again. I'm guessing because the Uniswap launch in a couple of hours. But still, it would be good to have that conversion soon, or at least cancel it so that we can get our Omi back, because at this point I don't know what I want. Do I want gems to potentially buy some mermicornos next week, or do I want Omi so potentially I can stake, Let us know what you think below in the comments.
Well, if you look there, Staying Alpha makes a good point. He's put the DeLorean drop still April 8th. So will we have back-to-back drops? That's interesting. I reckon that will get pulled back as well.
Did they actually say April 8th or did they say beginning of April?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was the beginning of April, wasn't it? They said. So yeah, it's going to clash, isn't it?
Well, I imagine they just push it back consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of confusion around your drops lately and the consistency of the app itself. Buyer limits, gem, Omi exchange, marketplace. It might be advisable to do a YouTube interview and just discuss what the heck is going on. I see many people losing confidence in the project. Similar to what we covered in the video before, we've seen this at the beginning of... I don't really want to use Football Index as an example anymore because they've just gone under and screwed over loads of people. But at the beginning of FI, they had a lot of teething issues, but they did reward all of its users. So it would be interesting to see if they did reward everybody, or not reward, maybe just, there was a window where if you brought gems, you got 20% off, or for everybody that brought gems between the 15th and the 20th would get a 30% gem rebate 2 months later, so it gives them time to incur more money through the marketplace, and then they've already paid for the gems themselves.
Well, I think as well, they should look at companies like Tops Digital, the way that they are making people open their packs now or claim their cards or NFTs. You've got to go through a waiting queue, haven't you? We just tried out on the Godzilla packs today. I mean, that's something they should look at, really.
Yeah, so it's like a ticket type system where you
Mm.
try and you mint your pack and then it takes 12 minutes or so to open. That could be a really good idea. I'm sure I'd like to think in the Ecomi boardroom they have a big whiteboard and they have the word brainstorm written in the middle and they are coming up with better ways of making this work. Instead of all being sat there trying to make the method that they are using at the moment work better. I think they need to reinvent it rather than trying to make it better. It's obviously a flawed system. It needs reinventing rather than improving. But that's just my personal opinion. Let us know what you think. Uh, so over to the Ecomi Twitter. They're up to 52k followers now. Like we said, we haven't seen any updates on how many downloads the app has, but it's got to be well over 100k now. On to Uniswap as well. That's going to happen tonight, so it's going to drive up that price even higher. Again, just going to remind you of our predictions the other week. So mine was 2 cents, and Hoodie's was staying at 1 cent. So right now he's closest. I'm about 75% away, and he's 25% away. So we'll see. We've still got, what is it, 5 hours or so. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, so about 5 hours 20 minutes until it's listed on Uniswap. So you guys that didn't use Bit4x or Bitmax to buy Omi can now go on to Uniswap and purchase it. Well, in 5 hours you can, and also you'll be able to stake it as well. Is that correct, Hooded?
Yeah, well, you'll have to wrap it before you'll have to wrap the OMI before it's sent. You can do anything in Uniswap. So you will be wrapping your OMI and then backing it with the equivalent in Ethereum to provide a liquidity pool where people will trade against your pair, and you will make a small percentage off of each trade. So that's quite a nice thing to do. If you've got a fair bit of OMI collateral there in the background, put it in there. But obviously, just be aware of the fees. I don't know what they are at the minute. I think they're around about $25 at the minute, so it's not too bad. But once that Ether network gets congested, you know what happens. Over $100 fees.
So if they purchase Omi on Uniswap, will it already be wrapped?
So yeah, if you're buying on Uniswap, you'll be buying WOMI, which is wrapped OMI.
Right. So in layman's terms, for people that might not know much about crypto, if they're purchasing on Uniswap, it won't be Omi, it will be wrapped Omi called WOMI. And if they feel the need to stake, so instead of withdrawing that WOMI and storing it in a wallet, you can store it on Uniswap and you can pair it or back it with the equivalent volume of ETH, and then you create a liquidity pool. And like Hooded was saying, from people's fees and transfers, you will create a little bit of a percentage. So if you have a big amount over a couple of weeks' time, maybe you'll make a nice little bit of profit. If you have a small amount on Omi, or if you're only going to leave it in there for a couple of days, I wouldn't personally advise you doing this because you're not going to make much. And like Hooded said, the gas fees could go up and you might end up paying more than what you've made off of the pool itself. Moving on to the Omi token tracker, not much has been burnt. Oh, man, I'm going to have to start writing these down. I can't even tell if any's been burnt. Has any been burnt, Hooded?
I don't think so, man. No, I don't think
You ain't got a
cool.
clue.
No.
Oh yeah, and we can see my Omi is still stuck in transit, so $248. At this point, I'm half whether or not I want it as Omi or gems. That pretty much concludes our video for today, guys. We've got a big update on our Fox and Cogs coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that one. As always, like, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop us a comment on anything that you want us to feature in future, or any feedback on our video. And remember, correct us if we're wrong, because we often are. We're not financial advisors, so do your own due diligence and make your own decisions. And as always, invest smart.